Hey everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and this is going to be my quick overview of the BBK Off-Road Shorty H-Pipe, available for your 2015 and up V6 Mustang, equipped with BBK long tube headers. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about some of the basic benefits you can expect when checking out the Off-Road H-Pipe from BBK, what you're going to be looking at as far as materials and construction, and then finally a quick little walkthrough of the install itself. And because you need to install this with a set of long tube headers, I'm going to go ahead and knock it up to a full 3 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and I will expand on that later on. Plain and simple, guys, this off-road H-Pipe from BBK is going to be for the newer 3.7 liter V6 owners out there who have already installed or are planning on installing a set of long tube headers also from BBK and therefore need a mid-pipe solution. Now, this particular pipe is going to be of the off-road variety, meaning there are not going to be any cats anywhere on this pipe here, making for the biggest power and sound gains over the factory mid-pipe. It's also going to feature the very popular H-Pipe configuration, which will round out the sound a little bit, keep the tone a little lower and the volume down overall compared to that of an X-Pipe. So with all that said, guys, let's take a closer look at the BBK Shorty. Now, BBK is a company that really needs no introduction, especially if you've been to Mustangs for any length of time. They've been a solid ally in the quest for more horsepower ever since the Fox body days back in the 80s, of course. And this is really what they do well. This is a part they've been doing since day one, and as such, it's going to be a great fitting, affordable solution that will get the job done. First and foremost here, let's get the obvious out of the way, and that is the fact that this is a Shorty mid-pipe design, meaning it's only going to work with your long tube headers, more specifically BBK's long tube headers. Chrome or ceramic, that really doesn't matter. If you wanted to add a mid-pipe to your stock manifold or maybe an aftermarket Shorty header car, well, this is not going to work. Instead, you're going to need a stock length mid-pipe. There are a few other aftermarket solutions available here on the site if that's what you're looking at. But getting back to this particular mid-pipe that we have in this video, again, guys, this is an off-road H-Pipe. That off-road simply means there are no cats anywhere to be found with this particular option. If you're unable to run something like this on your particular Mustang, BBK does make a catted version of the H-Pipe, which you can grab here on the site as well. It's going to add to the price a little bit, will help keep the sound levels down, but shouldn't make a huge difference overall. In addition to being an off-road mid-pipe, the other big thing you need to know here with the BBK option is that it features the H-style crossover pipe. Now, the general rule of thumb with the H-pipes here, guys, is that you're going to get a slightly deeper tone overall, going to keep the volume levels down ever so slightly, and it's going to deliver slightly bigger low-end gains. Now, your other alternative is to check out an X-pipe, of course. That's going to deliver a louder, more raspy note, of course, and slightly bigger top-end gains. Ultimately, in my opinion, the 3.7 is a slightly raspy motor from the factory, so I think the H-Pipe does a great job of kind of rounding the tone out, even without the cats in place. With the sound pretty much wrapped up, guys, let's move into construction and materials a little bit, and BBK as a whole does a great job when it comes to their products. I've toured the facilities, they take great pride in their work. The materials could be a little bit nicer, but the flip side of that argument is that the stuff is all very affordable. Obviously, you're not getting premium grade 304 here with this product, but instead, you're getting that aluminized steel, an entry-level material, but as such, you're getting an entry-level price here. Right around $200 is what you're gonna be dropping on this particular mid-pipe. Pair that with BBK's equally affordable long tube headers, and you have one of the most affordable complete long tube setups available in the aftermarket for your V6. Going a little further with the construction, you're going to find 2.5-inch diameter mandrel bent tubing here for the most part, guys. You're also going to find pretty solid welds overall, the included O2 bungs pre-welded for you, new flanges, of course, and the step down, which does allow this mid-pipe to be used either with your factory catback or an aftermarket catback that does utilize the factory style connection. Switching gears, let's talk install, and like I mentioned at the top of this video here, guys, the reality is you're gonna be doing this with a set of long tubes. Now, honestly, the mid-pipe by itself isn't all that bad. You got a couple bolts down here at the flange and your exhaust clamps connecting this thing to your aftermarket or factory catback. But again, the reality is you're going to be installing this the same time as those long tubes from BBK. So for that, we're going to stretch this one out to a full 3 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter and at least a full day in the shop or garage to get everything knocked out. Long tube headers are no joke here, guys. So as such, just be prepared for a tough install and one that's going to require a lot of tools. However, if you just simply need to replace the mid-pipe for whatever reason, again, a much easier install and maybe an hour or two from start to finish. Wrapping this one up here, guys, the BBK Off-Road H-Pipe is a great and affordable choice for the V6 owners out there looking for the maximum gains possible when doing a long tube install, but maybe would prefer to keep some of the sound and rasp to a minimum that otherwise comes along with those X-Pipes. So that's my review of the H-Pipe from BBK, which you can grab right here at AmericanMuscle.com.